Three of your last four fights, including the first fight with Magomed, you've come in as an underdog, but your last two you've come in as a favorite. Do you feel you're finally starting to get the respect as maybe one of the best, if not the best bantamweight in the world?
Yeah, for sure. I feel the last couple fights, especially coming off that loss to Archuleta, I feel kind of people were writing me off. They didn't realize how good I really truly was, kind of just from that performance. And then after that, I started seeing, I was always favorites in my fights, and then I started being the underdog.
And obviously now you're fighting in Paris. Last time you fought in Europe was Dublin. How did you adjust to the time difference? Did you do anything in camp that was different? And when did you arrive in Paris?
I arrived here a lot earlier than I did in Dublin, just because I had a rough weight cut in Dublin. I knew I didn't really respect the time difference. I didn't really respect the change from Las Vegas to Ireland. So this time I made sure I had enough time to make the weight properly and to make sure I'm prepared as the best way I can, so I can put on a show for the Paris crowd on Friday.
And did anything change over the course of your last few fights in terms of how you cut weight than from the Dublin fight?
Yeah, just more strict, better regimen. Especially once I won the $1 million, I just started treating my body like, a championship car, and that's just how it's been. And I think my results are kind of showing now. I'm just finishing everybody and dominating.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Patchy, obviously, it's not a fight that could happen necessarily because you're somewhere and he's somewhere else, but you must think about, like, people call you the best bantamweight in the world. Do you ever think about how it would go if you had Sean O'Malley got in there?
I know how it'd go. I'd finish him, but I don't really think too much into it. I'm laser focused on Friday, and I have a lot of mutual training partners with those guys that are ranked over there. I train a lot with the highest of the highest levels, so a lot of people know just how good I am, especially in the Las Vegas area. But I'm not really thinking about that too much. I just think laser focused. I want to go 2-0 against Magomedov, and I want to finish him again.
What do those guys say when, like, obviously they've been in there with the best, but do people kind of say, like, yeah, you are right up there with the top ranked people in the world in other promotions?
Yes, everybody. Anybody that's ever watched me train, Just look at the guys I train with and just go ask them, Just ask them just how dangerous I am, or ask them how I fare against any of those competition, I do well.
Patchy, to you right here. You mentioned the fight in Dublin and Ireland and France in particular has been known to have some of the best fans in Europe. Do you anticipate the sort of same atmosphere on Friday night?
Yeah, I think this one will be even bigger, especially, I love Dublin. That one was crazy. It was like a movie. James Gallagher was huge out there. He walked out to this crazy-ass song from Gala. I remember I couldn't wait to fight him there because it was just such an electrifying feeling. So I see Cedric, what he's been able to do. He's fighting my man Jaleel, and I can't wait for that fight. But I think that crowd's going to bring energy I haven't seen before. And nobody does it like me. No one's been finishing like me. My whole career it's been like this. I finished 14 out of my last 15 wins. So I'm going to put it down. And I think, I'm the most exciting bantamweight you can watch. So on Friday night, I'm really hoping to put on the performance I know for this crowd.
Last one from me. When you're getting first round finish after second round finish and first round finish, how do you sort of top that? Do you put that pressure on yourself to go and do it even better next time or not?
Yeah, I want to do it better each time, but I let the fight develop and play out how it is. I have a skill set that can finish anybody, and I just, I go out there supremely confident. I don't take a step back. Even the fight I've lost, I've never been finished like some of these other guys they say, I won 2 rounds of a world title fight and a guy kind of survived me, So I feel, I know I'm capable of finishing anyone, so I like to press on the gas, and I trust my skill set against anyone.
If you beat Magomedov tomorrow, are there any names you would like to face?
Yeah, there's a few guys I have in mind. I've fought everyone in the top 5 already. There's some guys that cross my mind, but let's get the job done tomorrow, and I'll have a name or 2 to say in the cage.
You said to MMA Junkie that Sean O'Malley is 18-1, and he's won less than you in submission and finishes, but you can't get the respect. Can you please elaborate on that?
Well, I'm 19-1, and then I have 15 finishes, and he's 18-1 with 13 finishes. You know, all respect to his last couple opponents. You know, I think he beat Aljamain Sterling, who's a great opponent. I train a lot with Aljamain, so I know just how good he is. I know the levels. I train a lot with Merab, who's his next opponent. I know his level as well and how great he is as well. So he did have a good win against Aljamain, and then he had a split decision win over Peter Yan. I mean, Maga dominated Peter Yan one fight, and he was very close to winning his other fight too. You know, he fought him twice for the ACB title, and Peter Yan did not finish Magomed in 50 minutes, and I finished him in about 7. And I had 4 opportunities to finish him. I almost finished him in the first round. So I feel just the way that I win fights, not to mention Sean has also got knocked out by Chito Vera, who's riding, you know, about 10 losses in his career, and he was able to get that one back. But I mean, look at those guys and look at me. I don't think that I'm just as big as them. I'm bigger than Chito, and I think I have a much, much, much dangerous skill set than the guys he's fought, including Yan. Aljo he's real good on the back, but I've proven that I can knock you out, take your back, submit you, or, you know, submit you from a plethora of ways. You know, I have 15 finishes. Nobody else has that many finishes, you know, and then you look down the list of the guys I'm speaking about. I mean, that's about the amount of wins they have, you know, and I have that in finishes. So it's just the way I fight. I'm very dangerous, and anyone that knows me in the gym, I don't lose to nobody. So, you know, I'm out here, and you know, I am number 1.
Andrea, pour le parcours, last time against Magomed, you won by the submission. Is it gonna be different this time?
I'm not sure. We'll let the cards fall how they do, and I'm just, you know, I'm confident I can take him out in any way, in many different ways. So I don't have one pathway. I think he thinks I caught him in a guillotine, but I can guillotine on both sides. I can guillotine from 10 different ways, and that's not even my best one. You know, I can rear naked choke you. I can mount you, arm triangle you. I could do a lot of things. I can also knock you out in the first minute too. So it's like he's got a lot to worry about, and I don't think it's just the one thing. I don't see it just going the same way. I think it's going to be a different fight, very diverse, and the crowd's going to get their money's worth.
Last question there.
So for Marina, for all the French people who don't know you, can you describe yourself as a fighter?
Relentless and tenacious. I don't take a step back, and I'm always looking for the finish from the first minute to the 25th. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone.